guys, it's me, my face, and the banging hair. Yes, the beer intro is back. I've got some Sierra Nevada Torpedo IPA. It's the good stuff. 2 a night is, plenty, which is why I usually have 3. Self-control, not my best thing. If you are new here, welcome. This is a channel about cross-stitching, mostly, and mental health, sometimes, and beer, when I feel like it, and sometimes cats. If you're returning, welcome back, and thanks. Can we just take a minute to talk about my hair? I mean, we've talked about my hair before. Today, I think it is particularly, I'm getting what I'm paying for. I get what I pay for. We bleached today, so the purple is more purpley, and would you like to There are days that I feel straight up like a Brillo pad, and then this happens. Why am I staying in tonight? It has actually been a different kind of week. Not a lot of stitching. I actually only stitched on 2 projects. One of them is a new start. Go me, like a big girl with new starts and things. And I will get into this later. I now have an LNS. I know. Step back. I know. We will get into that in a few minutes, but let us start with the actual little bit of stitching that I did do this week. I shouldn't really describe it as a little bit of stitching. I'm obsessed with my hair. I did a lot. Like I stitched, I think 3 nights, maybe 4 this week, but I kept going back to the same project because Suffrage Act, yo. Suffrage Act. I got a little bit done. I think yeah. That dress. No joke. I ended up going with Magnolia. Is it Magnolia Blossom? Oh, on the side, you know where to look for, real information, not the stuff that comes out of my face. I think it's coming out nice. It's white. So yeah, my stitches are going to look like... Does anybody understand the reference, The Wreck of the Hesperus? Am I the only one who had a dad who liked to say that things look like the Wreck of the Hesperus? I just don't think any other white that I picked, whether it be DMC or Classic Color Works, or I have Victorian Motto over there, I don't think it was going to look any better. So I'm just happy that the white stitches are not bright white, but they still show up on the coffee-dyed fabric. I had a lot done. I had a lot of that dress done. It was helpful that there was hockey on, because that just helped me. I didn't have to think too much about this because the dress is really just, it's straight in the front and it's adding 1 on the back every time. That's not even I can do that without the, looking at the pattern. But also, you check out that cherry cobbler, yo. Check that out. I would never have gotten that effect with, I think, any other red, at least any other red that I had. That was worth it. That was worth getting. It's kind of rare. Like, I like the look of variegated floss, like a lot. But it's kind of rare that I say that wouldn't have looked as good if you didn't have that. The bricks need to be cherry cobbler. That said, if you're working on this and you found another red that makes that nice brick color variegation, let me know down below what you picked, because the next time I want to do something like this, maybe I'll pick something different. I did get a question about what I am, or my conversion for this. It's not really I guess it's a conversion. I always think of a conversion as, I don't know what I think of it as. Like people who do the Mirabilia red in greens or blues. Like they change the color palette. I didn't change the palette on this. I just changed whose flosses I used. But I will put when I'm done with it, because I've already changed a color at least twice in here. When I'm done with it, I will put the conversion down below, or available, probably Instagram or something. It's mostly Victorian Motto is what I ended up using. And God, I love those flosses. God, I love those flosses. The next thing that I worked on, and the only other thing I really worked on, is my new start. This is Prairie Schooler Who's There? And I have a good start. Yes, it's 1/1 because it's got to match the other ones now. And now I have to figure out how to coffee tea dye the 28 count MGC crappy even weave so that I can do more of these all on the same fabrics. And look how cute they are! Laura, they're not bats. They're not bats. They're owls. You will see. You will see. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing Night Flight, and I can't wait for this to stitch up to. And then I can't wait to collect other of the same type of patterns because, of course, why not become obsessed with things that have been discontinued? So that is it on the stitching this week. I know, it's kind of... I mean, I did a lot of work on one project. So I was almost monogamous. You know, except for that one new start. I'm not good at this. I do have a little bit of haul. The first haul came actually from a trip to IKEA, where we actually ended up with a new medicine cabinet, which isn't a medicine cabinet. It's just a mirror with some shelves. I may be showing you a picture here. Otherwise, it's not all that interesting. What's interesting is the existing cabinet that we have in the upstairs bathroom is actually falling off of the wall. So that needs to be taken care of soon. But while we were there, I didn't decide, you don't have a choice. You have to walk through the frame section because it's IKEA. You have to walk through all the sections. And so I found a couple of little, you know, my obsession with frames that are also kind of shadow boxes. Get rid of the glare there. So I thought this would actually be kind of cute to put Night Flight in, like the right size. I'm terrible at how sizes work. But like, I can't look at this and say, oh yeah, that's going to fit my Night Flight. And I'm also not smart enough to measure Night Flight to say, hey, keep an eye out for frames that are X by X. But I also figured it would be good to get something kind of generic, because if I want to frame multiple of these, I think I want them all in the same frames. And if I can find like a one-size-fits-all sort of dealie, faux cheap, because I think this was like $2. Why not? And because it's fat, like, it's not fat, it's just thick. You know, it's almost shadow boxy, so I can put stuff. You know how I like to put stuff in with things? I can put stuff in there too. So I got that one, and I got this one that's a little more kind of, we're not going to use the word high-end because IKEA, but it's got a little more detail to it, but it's also got depth. It's also thick. I don't know what I'm going to put in there. I don't know if I have anything that fits in there, because I buy the things, and then I stitch the other things, and then they never really get, I mean, I did that thing. That thing's still not actually secured in there, but it's there. It's framed. It's fine. My next chunk of haul is the far more exciting chunk of haul that I got at Hingham Square Needlepoint. I have an L&S. It's Hingham Square Needlepoint, but it's also Hingham Square Creative Studios. Because what I think is really great about this place, they kind of want to expand not just needlework, but kind of the well-being that can go along with being a needle worker. So they also have space there for yoga. They have spaces, I think, for Pilates. They have some classes that go on there, like make it and take it kind of classes. I had no idea. Like, I knew they were there. I had actually gone to them at their old location, but I don't think I understood the real amount of crossover that there is between cross stitch and needlepoint, which I guess is, I haven't learned all the things yet, but when you go into the store, what you basically have on the walls, instead of like where you would go into a cross stitch shop and see shop models, she has on all the walls these, I assume they're screen printed, painted something, canvases. And it was weird. I didn't look around too much at the needlepoint. I stuck with the flosses because flosses. But I don't think I saw like a lot of kits, and I don't know if that's normal for needlepoint, where you tend to just buy the canvas and then you go pick your own flosses and then you do your own business, or I don't know if maybe you just take one off the wall and then she gives you the kit. I don't know. I should find out because I made friends with the owner. Hi, Joan. Hi. I'm the crazy person that was in your store for way longer than I should have. I say that. I have not actually, I promised her I would send her links, and I'm going to. Probably tomorrow, of like things that cross stitchers like, because she was saying, you know, she can't go to Nashville and go to, I guess, the equivalent needlepoint market. And so a lot of these, like Classic Colorworks, she didn't have any, reference for, because Classic Colorworks doesn't go to the needlepoint market. They go to Nashville. Weeks Dye Works, she wasn't really familiar with. And yet there are so many other things that she has that we have a lot of crossover with. Like I bought myself some Threadworks, which I will be showing you. I got a grab bag with Karen water lilies. Hold on for that, because that was like a score. I had no clue what I was getting. She's an entire wall of rainbow gallery, but doesn't have petite treasure braid because didn't realize that it was a thing for cross stitching and might be useful for needlepoint as well. So we had a huge conversation, and I am going to try to assemble a lot of links and resources for her that she can kind of start looking at what cross stitchers might need and how many of those things could be used by her needlework clients. And then, maybe she can start expanding her line a little. But she was also very interested in the idea that some of us around here in Massachusetts might want to do a stitchy meetup, and we can rent her little stitching space for a while some evening and come and stitch and box a Joe and just have a good time. And I want to do this. So if you are a stitcher in Massachusetts, or you know other stitchers in Massachusetts, or you're anywhere in the world and plan to be in Hingham, Mass for some reason, let's try to figure out what day is good for people. And let's do a meetup. Why not? Look at me, extroverting. Look at me talking to people outside of my own house. Who'd have thought? All right, I'm all over the place. Let me actually show you the things that I bought, because I bought things. First and literally I just picked random things off the wall because I was really just more interested. I went there looking for a variegated white, not quite white, to use for Suffrage Act, just in case the magnolia thing didn't work out. And so I was really just sort of browsing and picking things up as I saw them, and I realized that I wasn't going to find a better shaded white, so I figured I might as well buy some things that are purple, because purple. This is Planet Earth Fiber Silk. It is a 6-ply silk, 14 yards, 3-ply. No, 6-ply. I'm making things up. And don't ask me what I paid for it. I don't remember. I was too busy getting very excited talking about cross stitch to pay attention to what rang up. God only knows, she could have sold me half the store. I wouldn't have noticed, and I would have been very happy when I opened my bag at home. So I am going to hold this up, and we are going to agree that you can't tell what color this is, and I have still images that might give you a better idea. So I bought silk. Here's a better picture. But I love this purple. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. No idea. That looks weird. No idea what I'm going to do with it. Don't really care. Just wanted to have it. Then I hit the Threadworks wall. I hit it hard. I have a picture of these, but you're either seeing the picture or you're going to see me hold them up. But look at the variegation. I mean, it's Threadworks. We know what they do. But look at those colors. I'm sorry. I found out somebody made a comment that when I look at it, somebody's cat or dog or oh God, I hope it wasn't their child, got frightened. And I'm sorry, but oh my God. I want to stitch with all of these. I want to stitch with all of these right now, all in one project. Right now. I need a Quaker. I'm sorry, I just got stuck there for a second. That'll unstick me. The last bit that I bought there was a $5 grab bag. $5. For $5, I got a Rainbow Gallery. It says Capri 18, and I haven't looked up what that means yet, but it looks like a nice weight. Like you would only need maybe one strand on 18 count or higher kind of fabric, but it's a little it's polyester, but it feels a little like silk, and so that looks like good fun, and it's purple, so duh. But yeah, for $5 I get three Karen water lilies. I'm holding this up to show you 3 full-sized, I don't even know how long these are. What are these? 12 ply, 6 yard water lilies silk in cherry. Yeah, I made out on this deal. I did. I mean, that is a great color. I want to use that too. And these. And this. Somebody design me something. Oh. I think I just decided to do something. I think we need to do It's Fine in one of these. Why am I singing? It's because I have silk. So yeah, that was my enormously successful trip to my new LNS, which I will give all the links and things below for their website and Instagram, and you should go and check them out. They seem very willing. I say they. I've met Joan. I think it might be a one-woman show. I'm not entirely sure yet. But looking at the website, she does seem very willing to take phone calls, take phone orders, put things together, get stuff up. Obviously, she doesn't have cross-stitch patterns, but, you know, if you're looking for something, give her a call, because we have to support the local business. Do it. All right, last week we had a giveaway for this copy of Night Flight, and I apologize that I did not go into much detail last week about the actual condition of the pattern. It's not bad, but as you can see, it has, you know, a couple little wrinkles in the bottom, things like that. It's perfectly usable. What I did was I took a picture of it and then, you know, brought it into OneNote and then just marked off the pattern there. So this has never been marked on or anything like that. So It's not perfection, but it is, you want it and it's free. It's free. This was won by Brandy, whose last name I am not going to try because I just looked down at it and I've already forgotten. We should have more beer. Either way, I have commented on your comment. If you can either email me or Instagram message me your address, I will get this off in the mail to you as quickly as possible. This week, I think that is about all I have for you this week. There's not much else going on. It's Saturday night, so tomorrow night is actually the Super Bowl, which I have to stay sober for because I have to work afterwards because the winners need to get their t-shirts out. Hard eye roll. I don't even know why they're playing the Super Bowl if the Patriots aren't there. I don't know. I guess it's just practice. Just think of it as practice. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for your likes and even your dislikes. Thank you for being my community. I will talk to you next week. Bye, guys.